23.
Both like
And that was the recap for last week in the college and NFL. Now looking ahead to this week in the NFL, we're looking at a Thursday night game. New Orleans is 7-6 at Chicago 7-6. New Orleans is getting +3. Who do you like in this game, John?
It's a tough game. Both teams need it. New Orleans is usually always coming from behind. I don't know. I would give the edge to the Bears.
I would give the edge to the Bears. I like Chicago also in this game.
I would moneyline the game though. Lay the 160, 150 for each 100.
I like Chicago in this game because if it's bad weather, Chicago's going to win the game. New Orleans is a dome team. They don't play good in the weather.
But take the Bears.
Tampa Bay at Atlanta. Tampa Bay just came off a Monday night win. They're 9-4. Atlanta's 8-5. Tampa Bay's getting +3. Okay. I like Tampa Bay in this game. I like them to come off the Monday night loss.
Yeah,
I like them to beat up Atlanta. There you go.
Tampa.
Okay, Washington and Cincinnati. Washington 7-6. Bengals are only getting 6.5. I like Washington in this game. I like the fact that they lost on Sunday night. I think that they're going to do better on this pick. On this game.
Bengals are awful. 2 wins, I think, this
season.
Yeah,
1-11-1. Wow. Okay, head up. So Detroit at Indianapolis. Detroit is 0-13. Indianapolis is 9-4. Lions +16. I think the Colts are going to have another field day. I like Indianapolis at home.
If you have to bet that.
I think Indianapolis at home, 16.5. Give it to them. If Peyton Manning shows up like he did last week, it's another 35-3. That's right. They got a nice, easy schedule. They're getting toned up for the playoffs. Okay, you got San Diego 5-8 at Kansas. San Diego 5-8 at Kansas City 2-11. Chiefs are getting +4. I like San Diego to bounce back. They had an off week last week. They didn't play too well against Kansas City. I look for them to be, against Denver. I look for them to play a little bit better this week.
San Diego. Much for them.
Right, but you know what?
That's these games you have to stay away from.
Nobody
plays.
Right, but nobody
They're
plays.
They're only playing to be 500 for the season.
San Diego.
They're on the road.
San Diego.
Chiefs are terrible, but they might come up with a good home game.
I like San Diego. I like San Diego.
It's a game you stay off of.
Green Bay 5-8 at Jacksonville 4-9. Jacksonville is +1. I like Green Bay to bounce back this week.
Another
-1.
To stay away. You don't bet that game.
It's okay.
Jacksonville is due at home and they're due, but it's another game you stay away from, Jeff.
Well, Jacksonville last week, they didn't look too. Jacksonville
the Packers
lost
are on
against.
The road. You're laying a touchdown. Jaguars could have a good game finally.
Okay, maybe, but I like Green Bay
if you have to bet it.
Jacksonville lost against Chicago last week, 23-10. Seattle 2-11 at St. Louis. 2-11. Rams getting +3. I like Seattle though in this game. I know, but I like Seattle. If you must bet this game, I like Seattle laying 3 against the Rams. Rams are basically looking towards the offseason to retool and take it from there. San Francisco 5-8 at Miami 8-5. This could be a trap game for Miami, I think, because they went on the road against Buffalo. But I still like Miami.
Off the Jets, take Miami.
I take Miami also. I got Miami right here, laying 6.5. Laying 6.5. At home. Buffalo 6-7 at the Jets 8-5. Bills last week lost against Miami at home.
I had Miami.
Bills +7 in this game.
Against the Jets and I usually go against them the last 2 weeks. I would go with the Jets this week.
I like the Bills +7 to bounce back. It's a close game. I think the Jets will win, but I think it'll be close. That's why I like the points.
I'm going to go with the Jets this week.
I like the Bills in this game, only because of the points. I'm telling you the Jets are going to win, but I don't think they'll cover the spread. Because 7's a lot. They both stink.
We'll see Sunday night.
Okay. Tennessee at Houston. Tennessee 12-1. Houston 6-7. Last week they came off a nice win against Green Bay. They won 24-21. I like Tennessee laying 3.5. I say they're just they're tuning up for the playoffs. Tennessee -3.5. Minnesota at Arizona.
But don't really need the game just to they already clinched everything.
People are looking at these games, and that's how we have to look at it. Minnesota at Arizona 8-5. Both games. Vikings getting 3. I like Arizona. Arizona at home. Minnesota. They're good 1 week. The next week they're not so good. I think Arizona's up for this game because it's at home. I think Warner's looking towards the playoffs, and he needs this game.
I think Minnesota needs a little more. Arizona already clinched. I would go with Minnesota on this one.
I like Arizona. Arizona laying 3. Denver at Carolina 8-5 for Denver. 10-3 Carolina. Broncos are getting 7.5.
I got Broncos.
I like Broncos also 7.5.
Yeah, Carolina won
7.5.
Carolina had the big
off the Monday night win against Tampa Bay. I see the Broncos bouncing back, covering the spread with 7.5. Yes, Pittsburgh 10-3 versus at Baltimore 9-4. Baltimore had a nice game on Sunday night against Washington. Steelers are +1 in this game. At Baltimore, I gotta take the Ravens.
And I like Steelers.
Okay.
Love the Steelers again.
All right.
Like last week.
Okay. I like the Ravens this.
Love the Steelers.
I like the Ravens. I like Joe
They're gonna
Flacco.
be in the Super Bowl. I told you last week.
I like Joe Flacco, and I like the
Right.
Ravens, and so far they're doing fine.
Right.
New England 8-5 at
They're gonna be
Oakland 3-10.
representing
Nobody cares about this
No.
one. I see the Raiders maybe covering this game +7 at
Yeah,
home.
yeah. After New England won,
Yeah.
yeah.
New England
definitely.
barely covered.
It's
Against,
a Sunday
they
night
didn't even
dog.
cover
It's
against
a Sunday
Seattle.
night game. Yeah,
No, the Sunday night game is a little bit is the Giants.
Oh, okay.
The next game is
No, the
Giants.
Raiders will cover that. Game.
Raiders are going to cover that game. We got the Giants at Dallas, 11-2 at Dallas, 8-5.
Need
Dallas
Dallas.
coming off a bad loss against
Yeah, I like
Pittsburgh.
Dallas needs the game.
But Giants are getting +3 in this game. I see Giants winning
Well,
this
that's what
game.
they're telling. They're begging you to take.
Yeah, but
the
you like
Giants
the
by
underdogs
points.
on Sunday
Yeah,
nights.
no, I know, but I might have to go with Dallas on this one, Jeff.
Okay, I like the Giants.
Do you?
That's okay. That's okay.
Dallas
I like
needs
the
game
Giants.
more.
No,
Giants already clinched it in there.
I think after last week, Romo is in a bad flux. They
Yeah.
don't know which direction they're going. They're looking towards the off season. They might not even make the playoffs the way things are going. And Giants have to send a message on national TV
Yeah,
that they're for
close.
real. Monday night, you got Cleveland 4-9 at Philadelphia.
touchdowns.
Nobody really cares about that one.
Well,
Philly's
Philly
laying 14.
showed up nice, played for the life.
That's right. And you know what? I like Philly
Yeah,
laying
at
14
home.
at
It's
home.
a lot of points. You can get it back to a
But-
cover. You always got to watch out. You got to be up 21 points or 28 points going into the fourth quarter. To
But
cover
I
this game.
like Philly in this game, laying
Yeah.
14 at home. Look, if they could beat the Giants on the road 2014, they're
Well,
up.
those things happen.
McNabb's got to show everybody that he's not done.
I like the
and
Eagles.
he's looking to have a good game.
Maybe you could buy it down to 13.5.
Okay, next week what we're going to do is we're going to start looking at the bowl games in college football because each week they'll have a different set of bowl games that are coming up, and we're going to look at the odds and the spreads for those games. So this is Jeffrey Scher and
Johnny Hayes.
Johnny Hayes saying
Have a good
goodbye, have a good week, and don't bet the house on any of the games that you'll be watching this weekend. Take care, and we'll see you next week.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. You gotta turn it off.
Bye-bye. Sorry. I didn't have as many as hunches that I had, but that was last week was set up.